Good day, viewers, and welcome to another episode of Political Talks on Housing TV Africa right here in Abuja, the nation's capital. Today's topic shall be centered on unraveling the fortunes of the Labour Party and her preparedness towards the general elections upcoming in Nigeria 2027, and not ruling out the internal wranglings and also the political troublings of the party. We'll go for a short break, and when we return, we'll dig deep into conversations and I'll introduce our guests. Please stay tuned. Welcome back to Political Talks on Housing TV Africa right here in the nation's capital, Abuja. I am your host, Raymond Ken Mbata. A faction of the Labour Party loyal to Abia State Governor Alex Otti and former presidential candidate Peter Obi has reportedly obtained a court order halting the nationwide congress planned by the Julius Abure-led National Working Committee. The injunction said to have been issued by an Abia State High Court in Isialangwa on November the 25th, November the 26th, was announced in a statement on Monday by the interim National Publicity Secretary, Ife Salako. But in a swift reaction, the Abure camp dismissed the injunction as a deliberate misrepresentation, insisting that the interim order applies only to Abia State. National Publicity Secretary of the Abure-led National Working Committee, Obiora Ifo, reacted in a statement on Monday, saying and accusing the OT faction of attempting to mislead Nigerians. He also maintained that the Supreme Court has already validated Abure's leadership. Our guest today is of the Abure faction of the Labour Party. I'm talking of no other than the acting state chairman of the Labour Party in Abia State, Honorable Godswill O. Ndubweze. You're welcome to Political Talks on Housing TV Africa, sir.
Thank you, Mbata, for having me.
It's a pleasure having you, sir.
And you too.
Getting you was very tough. You've been up and down for the party, for your people.
Yes.
How has it been in Abuja?
Abuja is okay. Abuja is okay. We are all fine.
You're welcome, sir.
Good to go.
You're welcome, sir.
Thank you.
All right, let's dive deep into the questions proper. As a major stakeholder, as a chief steward in Abia State, we are hearing conflicting remarks coming from Abia State. I wouldn't want to put words into your mouth. Since you are here, let the horse speak. What is happening to the Labour Party in Abia State, sir?
Well, Labour Party is just like any other political association or political party in Nigeria that one will choose where he wants to be. Also, what is happening in Labour Party today is not far different from what is happening from other political parties, because human beings are very difficult to deal with. Even God himself in Genesis chapter 26, chapter 1 verse 26, complained that it is difficult for him to deal with human beings when they were only to Adam and Eve. How much more now that we have millions of people in the system? I don't know why we should have problem in Abia State Labour Party. I also don't know why we should have problem in Labour Party in Nigeria. From my little experience from 2021, I entered into Labour Party. The issues coming from one end to other, to me, is needless. But being human beings, at times, like I used to tell people, that no one have seen God. No one have also seen Satan. God uses individuals, enters into them through their spirit mind, and do good works or their work of righteousness. Also, the devil enters into human beings, then enter into their spirit, use their spirit, do evil works. So, Labour Party Abia State is at peace. The governor have continued to claim that he is the member of Labour Party, notwithstanding that we don't have anything to show for it that we have a governor, because what the governor is promoting and has been promoting since he won the election as the governor of Abia State is his campaign structure called Abia Arise. Still, we are not bothered. It is his choice. But we are trying also to manage the little fraction of the party that is left for us. So we can't join issue with His Excellency Dr. Lesoti. So we opted to stay on our own. Then the congresses has been announced nationwide, and Abia State, we got prepared to partake or to participate in the congresses peacefully, because in Abia State, governor is also running YPP because he has 2 local government chairmen. He also running ZLP because he has 15 local government chairmen. And he's also have officials of Labour Party Nanadia Osman fraction. So you can see how the confusion is coming from the above in Abia State politics. But we don't have resources, we don't have mouth. All we are trying to do under my leadership is to rebuild the party again. Maybe around 20 or 30% that remains after he took our party to, or took our member to ZLP and YPP. And that is what we've been doing, or what I've been doing since 10th of October last year. I was appointed as acting state chairman by the national chairman, Barrister Julius Abure. Now we are ready for Congress. I left Abia State last week, participated or attended the NEC meeting, and decided to do few other things. Just few days ago, I got the information about restriction order to stop the congresses. That order, from what I saw, is for Abia State, not at the national level. And our congresses across the 35 states were approved by INEC. And just this morning, the National Secretary of Labour Party, where I belong, issued a statement that the congresses in all the states has gone as scheduled. But Abia is not there, Rivers State is not there, Ekiti State is not there, Adamawa State is not there, I think there are maybe one another states. But the reason for that is for those other states are not being known to me. But that of Abia State is on legal issue, which there is a process, and we will use the normal court process to do our congresses.
Okay, going into party constitution. I mean, it cuts across all political parties. The Abia State governor is a product of the Labour Party.
Yes.
His fingers seem to be in some other pots of soup. What is the stand of the party concerning this member, though an executive member, not an ordinary member, but an executive member? He has not said anything concerning leaving the party. His loyalty still stands with the Labour Party as of today. If there are allegations of his being in bed with some other parties, is it okay for the Labour Party to let it slide through? Or you are just trying to contain it because that is your only governor for the Labour Party?
No, that is not the issue. Take, for instance, Messi is one of the best footballers. Ronaldo is one of them. So if he goes to the field and play rough, would the referee say because he is the best player and say he will not give him yellow card or red card? No. Dr. Lesoti was caught up with anti-party activities, and we recommended to the national leadership, National Working Committee, that he should be suspended from the party. We did that in the states, and the National Working Committee upheld it, and the National Executive Council of Labour Party in the month of July ratified it. So my governor is under suspension.
Okay. Be that as it may, let us take a little shift to the national, because I know most of the issues contending with the state can be legally resolved, and we would not want to discuss about court cases, which is not the norm in Nigeria to discuss on cases that are pending in court. In the national leadership, there is Senator Nenadi Usman, and there is Barrister Julius Abure, which up till today, as at today we speak, is the pro tem sitting national chairman of the Labour Party.
You know, like Nigerian Labour Congress,
Okay.
is a little bit involved in the formation of Labour Party. And I believe that they are the ones that cooked story to my governor, and he accepted it. And that is what that leads to the faction in Labour Party. So Nadia Osman Caretaker Committee is not recognized. Caretaker Committee is not in any way a platform in Labour Party constitution. So to us, it doesn't exist. To us, Caretaker Committee is not existing. So to us, we saw that faction is just a destabilizing platform to make sure that the Labour Party is not strong. So I don't know what is their interest, because they knew that they are fighting a battle that they cannot win.
Sir, there has been reports of the other faction sending a list to INEC for ratification. If they do not have the powers to do so, how come it is?
If you want to write to INEC today, you have the right to write. But it is the responsibility of the INEC to decide whether you have whether what you are writing to them have meaning or not. So everybody can write to INEC. I can also write to your organization But you will treat it on merit. Oh, what is Prince Ndubeze talking about selling crayfish while you are selling spare parts? Does it work? So that is what we have seen. So we saw what is happening within that circle as a destabilization of Labour Party. They know that they cannot achieve what they are trying to do or what they want people to believe they are doing. But we in Labour Party knows that what they are doing is destabilization.
Okay, I've been in talks with a member of the other faction, the national youth leader of the Labour Party in the other faction with Nenadi Usman, in the person of Erabe Anselm. He is still going to be in the studios here to discuss his own part of the story. So I want to at least, as much as possible, exhaust your own side of the story before he comes into the studio. He says that Julius Abure is a known forger, is a serial forger. Are those allegations true? You are well known. You know the person and character of Julius Abure to be able to ascertain if these allegations are true. He sent a report to the press house, of which I sent a copy to you. Can you validate or debunk those statements, sir?
Listen. When I wanted to join politics, I asked my mother, what is politics? Because she had played a little bit politics before the year 2000. I came back from abroad and decided to join politics. In my Igbo dialect, my mother told me that politics is Ora Lama. Ora Lama means lies and gossip. And when I met somebody that I said can be my mentor politically, 2004 in Lagos. So he said, oh, Prince, you are a Christian, you are a gentleman, but this game, even when you are, because some individuals took me to his house, he said, if in any political party you are, if there are 1,000, there are only 3 persons there. If there are only 10, there are only 3 persons you will see there. If there are 1 million, there are only 3 persons you will see there. So I didn't understand what it meant. He said, the 3 people you will see in every political party is the good, the bad, and the ugly. So each and every one of them have a role to play. So my friend Erabe Anselm is one of those people, the good, the bad, and ugly. So the choice is individual. In this political circle that we saw 3 people in the midst of millions, are you going to play to be the good? Are you going to play to be the bad? Are you going to play to be the ugly? So when he comes here, ask him whether the party is playing. Let him choose the party is playing. Because I'm sure that we have Nigerian police. I'm sure there are courts. I'm sure, like me and him yesterday, we were in the same court. We went to court yesterday, so we greeted also. So if there's anything legitimate, because I have had them over and over since 2023, Abure is a criminal, Abure is a criminal, Abure is a... Does it mean that there's no police that can investigate these matters? Is Abure above the law? You know, when you are pointing one finger at somebody, the other 4 is pointing at you. So, talk is cheap. And everybody that is not dumb is entitled to talk. So they are talking what they want to talk. And you cannot stop it. Abure is still there. If they want, they can assist him. I was with him yesterday. He's not running from Nigerian police. So what is the issue? Is the criminal? Is this? Is that? Is that? Who is that politician in Nigeria that we have never called names? So it doesn't matter. But it lets an individual, if they are saying you are a rogue, you ask yourself, are you a rogue? If people say you are a cheater, you ask yourself, are you a cheater? So that is the issue. So my concern is that people should play politics with their conscience. Don't just participate in politics because of money. Thank you.
Sir, there is a consensus amongst many of the Southeasterners, more of the Igbo extraction, that Peter Obi should be given a chance to run for presidency and become the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. He, as of today, is a product of the Labour Party. He has a following called the Obedient Movement. That per se, the Labour Party has benefited via membership drive from the Obedient Movement. Peter Obi, I saw him personally at the Labour Party governorship aspirants declaration at Anambra State before the elections. And he said, you may join us in the African Democratic Congress for the coalition, but I still remain a member of the Labour Party. And we see his actions towards the Nenadi Usman faction being very pronounced as against the Julius Abure faction. Please, could you unravel this knotty issue concerning the personality and the candidacy of Peter Obi to the Labour Party?
Well, what I have to say there is the Labour Party in Nigeria, by the special grace of God, the grace of God upon the Labour Party, Peter Obi and Dr. Elesoti inherited it, benefited from that grace of God.
Not the other way around, sir?
Not the other way around now. Because from 2021 I entered, I know what happened before 2022. All of them, or both of them, and other people entered Labour Party. It is the grace of God upon the party that brought them to where they are now. Peter Obi has run as vice presidential candidate under PDP with Atiku. My governor have also run under ABGA, APC, and some other parties. But the grace was not there. So they came to a place that is blessed, and God crowned them. And what I had expected, the area of disappointment I had, is that Peter Obi would have started from after the court judgment that gave Tinubu victory, possibly in an election that he did not win. He would have started there and start building the party. It's not Igbos that are saying that Peter Obi should be president. It's not Igbo's agenda. It is Nigerian agenda. It's the youth agenda. Because I know how Obedient started. Peter Obi was not in the picture. But the young Nigerians that started Obedient were searching for somebody that can meet their target or their quality. And they saw it in Peter Obi and decided to circle him around to make sure that he becomes the president. And they did, and he won the election, but it was robbed. So it's not Igbo's agenda. Peter Obi is never Igbo's agenda. You go to Sokoto, you go to so many places. Youths are for Peter Obi, even till tomorrow. Because they thought, or their thought is that that man have the answer to Nigerian challenges. So if Nigerians lost it, they have lost it. God forbid. He have the answer to Nigerian challenges for now. It's not an Igbo's affairs. It is Nigerian affairs that a credible leader should emerge. And they saw it in Peter Obi.
Okay, sir, what could be good for the goose should be good for the gander. Is Peter Obi liable to anti-party activities? Can the same action taken against Alex Otti, as you said, be taken against Peter Obi in the Labour Party?
Yes, as an individual, His Excellency Dr. Peter Obi, most of the things he is doing is equal to anti-party activities. But the party, because of the grace of God, have decided to keep his matter open until him, Peter Obi, will decide. The vice presidential candidate, as I told you, as you can witness, has attended our meeting severally, and he was highly welcomed. And when he say he wants to reconcile both his boss and other people that have left the party, everybody was happy. Meaning that Peter Obi is still in the heart of Labour Party. Peter Obi is still in the heart of average youth of Nigeria. Peter Obi is still in the heart of average Nigerian individual that is looking for leadership, exemplary leadership. So Peter Obi is not only Labour Party material. It's a Nigerian material, is a Nigerian subject. And that's why the party have opted to keep their hands open.
So, if, per se, Peter Obi decides to move to the African Democratic Congress, which he is already one leg in, and the Obedient Movement, with the Gen Z and the population, with the emotions that come with it, decide to move over to the African Democratic Congress with him, what will be the fortunes of the Labour Party as at then? Would the Labour Party have another presidential candidate that is able to take power from the APC come 2027?
I am very, very sure that the grace of God is still upon Labour Party. God is just using individuals to confirm what he has ordained for this nation through Labour Party. So if peradventure Peter Obi said he's not coming back to Labour Party, Labour Party will survive, might even do better than what we did in 2023.
Oh. So the Labour Party seems to have lost a lot of fortune of recent. Recently, Senator Ezia in Enugu State passed away. May his soul rest in peace.
Amen.
Labour Party seem to have lost so much in 2025 to death and also defections to other parties. Does it seem like the final nail has been nailed into the coffin of the Labour Party and Labour Party is not viable for 2027 general elections?
Never, never, never. Let me tell you, the devil, from the Bible perspective, once took Jesus to the peak of the tabernacle and said, fall down and worship me, and I will give you the whole earth. That was manipulation. The devil is still manipulating systems. Some people may believe in spirituality, some people may not believe it. But I believe in spirituality. Because the devil has seen what God has planned through Labour Party to liberate Nigeria, and is manipulating some certain individuals to do things you cannot remember why they are doing it. But I'm sure that the grace of God is sufficient for us in Labour Party. So our fortune is not in the hand of anybody, but it's in the hand of God. And God is not a man. He is God. Nothing changes him. So I'm sure that the grace of God will be sufficient for Labour Party. Otherwise, upon all the fights, the big The mighty are fighting just one Abure. The Nigerian Labour Congress, TUC, APAPA, Arabambi, all various people in these 2 years have fought the single man. But because God is with him, they have not succeeded. Will you say that what is it? Abure have more contacts, more connection, more fun than P2B, than Dr. Lesuti, than Nana Diosman, than Arabambi, than Apapa. All those has fought the man. Various litigation, but God is still keeping him. It's not him keeping himself now. If it is by his strength, he would have gone. So that is the way I'm saying it. I don't know the way you are saying it. I don't know the way others are saying it. But every time I look at the man, I see the grace of God upon his life. Because people think, maybe by the time they started this litigation, they thought, they will just fling Abure out like that, and he will go and crash. They will take over the party, sacking up to 4 million people to replace it with their own. But God has not allowed it to happen. We don't have money, we don't have anything, but we depend on God. And God has been sustaining us, including in Abia State. A party that have not received 2 million naira from the governor that we put in power, that have not received 1 million naira, and we're still surviving. So is it not the grace of God? That's the way I will attribute it. Because I'm surviving in Abia State as the acting state chairman for the past 1 year. I don't know. But all the things we're supposed to do, we do it. Going from one local government to local government to revive the party. And we have members across all the 184 wards and the 17 local governments without sponsor from anywhere. So that is the handwriting of God. That is a testimony that God is with the party. If we call next meeting, all the whole 30 states chairman and their secretary will be in our next meeting. Some will trek, some will walk, some will ride bicycle. They want to be there, and they are coming. So one of our next meetings, I can invite you for you to come. There's always attendance. You find out that all the states are there with Abure. And if the National Executive Council of the party, the state chairman and state secretary, 36 of them, including Federal Capital Territory, is still with Abure, tell me the legitimate stand that any other person can have to say they are taking the party from him. The state chairmen are supporting him. When you call meeting, all of them, from Sokoto, from Taraba, from Akwa Ibom State, from Yola, all of them will be there in all our next meetings to show their commitments to the leadership of Julius Abure. So politics is not about individuals.
We have been speaking to the acting chairman of the Labour Party in Abia State, of the Julius Abure faction, of no other than Honorable Dr. Godswill Ondweze. We have a lot of questions still for him, although we know how very busy he is. But we'll go for this short break, and when we return, more questions, even concerning the finger grip of the Nigerian Labour Congress on the Labour Party. Stay tuned. Welcome back to Political Talks on Housing TV Africa, right here in the nation's capital, Abuja. We've been discussing with Honorable Godswill Ondubeze, the acting chairman of the Abure faction in Abia State. And we have been discussing on the fortunes of the Labour Party towards the upcoming general elections come 2027. The Nigerian Labour Congress has a very firm grip on the fortunes of the Labour Party. Is it a case of one will not do without the other? Is a political party supposed to be sponsored by the Labour Congress? Is the Labour Congress supposed to be the one dictating the tune of a political party? Unravel this knotty issue for us, sir.
Well, from what I have read about from the Labour Party Constitution, the Nigerian Labour Congress and the Trade Union Congress, they have a statutory position in the composition of Labour Party, which is, if you come to Abia State, in the State Working Committee, we have a Nigerian Labour Congress State Working Committee representing a zone. So it is in all the states of the Federation. You also have one representative from TUC. Those are deputies. And it is like that in the national. During the convention in the Nnewi, they did not attend, but their provision, their offices are still left open. And those offices were ratified. Just last week, we had our NEC meeting because it is a statutory position that is constitutional. Labour Party, both at the ward level, at local government level, at state level, we leave it for them because it is constitutional. If they left that, as it seems the case now, and be doing another thing, it's just based on mischievousness.
If they decided, sir, that they want to support Senator Nenadi Usman's faction as against Barrister Julius Abure's faction, why shouldn't Barrister Abure step down for the conscious effort put in by the Nigerian Labour Congress to oust him from seat in favor of Nenadi Usman?
No. What is their input? Nigerian Labour Congress.
You said here that they are part and parcel of the composition of the party.
Yes, no, they are, but their position is well spelled out. Ajero cannot contest primaries in Labour Party. He can't. No member of Nigerian Labour Congress can hold executive position in Labour Party outside these deputies that I have mentioned to you. Is constitutional. They are the people that initiated the faction, using my governor to achieve it as a member of BOT. But possibly, as at that time, my governor did not know in details the position of Labour Party and Nigerian Labour Congress. So, there's no issue like stepping down. Can you tell Tinubu to step down, irrespective of the names Nigerians are calling him? Can you? You can't. Even if they say he did this, it is a constitutional matter that have to go to the National Assembly and they will start the impeachment process. If they succeed, the president will be impeached, or the governor, or any other person. You cannot just stand up from your little corner and your little understanding and begin to say, Abure should step down. Abure should step down.
What issue do they have with Barrister Julius Abure?
I don't ask them. Call them here. You say my friend is coming here today. Let him tell you the issue. If you want to remove Abure, there's a constitutional provision for it. It's an association. There is a constitutional provision on how to remove any member of a political association, including political parties. They didn't apply it. What they say, Abure tenure has expired. Abure tenure has expired. Who says so? In last year, my governor was the chairman of the Congress that re-elected the Julius Abure National Working Committee. Do you understand what I'm saying? He was the chairman. He delegated the deputy governor by his position as the member of board of trustee, and every members of the chief of staff, the speaker of Abia State House of Assembly were there. The commissioners, the members of House of Assembly, because they are automatic delegates to that convention in the Nnewi. It was on that issue that they would have raised an objection. Abure's tenure have expired in that convention. So in as much as that convention held, ratified, there's nothing they can do unless they call emergency meeting, which only the national secretary and the national chairman will agree to do. So somebody from outside cannot just run into Labour Party and said he want to organize National Working Committee or National Executive Council meeting. Even when there is disagreement, you have to make sure that the national chairman and national secretary comes to terms with the agenda of such meeting. Without that, nobody can hold it. By constitution of Labour Party, go to heaven and come down. You must convince Abure, you must convince Farouk of any national working committee meeting or national executive council meeting or board of trustee meeting where sensitive decisions will be taken. And the issue of leadership is of national convention, which is the highest organ of the party. If you can't convince the secretary and the chairman to call for a national meeting, if you call it, it cannot hold because it's unconstitutional. And there's nowhere you can run political party out of what is in your mind or out of what you think that is right when it is not laid down in the constitution. That is one of the mistakes they are doing. Or maybe some of them that were in ABGA, they have the mentality of ABGA constitution. They want to transfer it to Labour Party without going through the constitution of Labour Party to know the arrangements that has been put in place. If it is like that, every political organization will be disintegrated now. You come up from here, you say you want to remove this person. You come up from here, you say you want to remove this person. So that is the confusion the politicians are putting into the system. When you sit back, you begin to think, say, what do these people want to achieve?
Talking of politicians and politicking, we are in the FCT right now, sir. And the senator representing the FCT is of the Labour Party, Senator Ireti Kingibe. She has been having head-on coalition, head-on clashes with the Federal Capital Territory Minister, Nyesom Wike. And he has sworn that he is going to replace her party with another in the FCT, probably of the All Progressive Congress or of his own choice. And we also saw Barrister Julius Abure pay a visit to the Federal Capital Territory Minister, Nyesom Wike. Are those allegations true that Julius Abure is working with the Federal Capital Territory Minister to replace Senator Ireti Kingibe in the Federal Capital Territory?
No, if anybody is insinuating like that, the person is not thinking well. One, Kingibe Ireti, our senator, is on suspension. Indefinite suspension is one of the elements in the party that is destabilizing the party. So she is suspended from the party. So what Julius Abure would do normally is to produce another candidate for 2027 election. And I'm sure he will do that. And I'm sure if he does, he will win the election. He doesn't need Wike. He doesn't need Wike to produce a candidate. If he does that, it's anti-party. And I'm sure he will not do it. Me, I'm looking for an access to see Wike because I have a landed property that has been revoked. And I know if I go to him, he will give me a listening ear. So every other person in Abuja here, whether you are in ADC, you are in PDP, or you are in any party, if you have any challenging issue, in as much as it's about the FCT, he is the one in charge. So meeting with Wike must not be political. So people are saying he went to meet him. Did that meeting, was it in secret? They went there after they took picture. And when he said he went there on his personal arrangement. So people can make insinuation, go to heaven and come down. You trouble yourself to think what is not there, to insinuate what is not there. So Julius Abure or Labour Party doesn't need Wike to put or to replace the disobedient Labour Party candidate we have as a senator in FCT.
Could you mind highlighting for us which other persons have been suspended by the Labour Party?
Darlington Mukocha is the caretaker committee secretary of Nanadia Osman from Abia Central. He's among the people suspended. There are other members of the National Assembly that are working with the fractions that were also suspended. Even I have asked my national leadership to give me approval to suspend some members of House of Assembly in Abia State that are in the fraction destabilizing the party, that have not remembered the party's existence since after the won election. They are ungrateful people. So they should not be flagging with the Labour Party, where they have not remembered to give 1 naira, to invest 1 naira since after the elections. And we are suffering. And they're there, eating our collective efforts. Some of them didn't have 1 naira. I know in Abia State I was begging almost, maybe around 7 or 8 of them to come and take ticket. And they get ticket at the platter of gold. Now, they don't know that we exist any longer.
Have you reached out to the governor? Have you reached out to the governor to make peace, being the chief steward of the state, of the party?
Ab initio, we did. Ab initio, I came here September last year when Governor Dr. Elesuti called for the stakeholders meeting that I knew that was illegal. So I came to find out the problem between him and Abure. And Abure told me everything and gave me also opportunity to go and talk to the governor. When I got to Abia State, I tried to reach him. It was not possible until now.
Why?
I don't know. Including going through the chief protocol officer, the COP, who I told clearly, look at, I came to Abuja, look at what had happened, look at what has happened. I want to see His Excellency so that we can sort this matter out. I waited. Up till now, I'm still waiting.
I mean, this is the media. Can you reach out to the governor, make an invitation to the governor, asking him to come for reconciliation with the Labour Party?
I don't think it's proper that I, Prince Gion Dubeze, the acting state chairman, that recommended through his ward, his local government, and down to state, that recommended for his suspension, will officially go to him and ask him to come back. This is a game now. It doesn't do like that. Just like the instance I gave to you. If a red card is given to Ronaldo, who is one of the best footballers, will the referee go and beg him to come back to the field? These are, party is regulated. Involvements, activities in party are regulated. And that's why it is said that party is supreme. If Dr. Elesote have done anything wrong, which every individual or the whole world knew and accepted that he did something worth suspension and he was suspended, it is his responsibility, notwithstanding how little we are, to come to us and say, Prince, let's go and see your national chairman. I want reconciliation. Because it's this Abure now that say, Prince, go and work with Dr. Elesote. And I came to his house and discussed with him before we started. I remembered him telling me that day, oh, Barrister Julius Abure is a nice person. My governor telling me that. June 2022. And all the people that have approached me for peace and reconciliation have said, oh, governor is a friend to Abure. So where is this problem from? And that's why I said it's satanic manipulations. People see me, they keep talking. Oh, why don't we reconcile? Why don't we reconcile? Have Dr. Elesote approached the party and the party said no? People, prominent people have been talking, speaking, pleading for reconciliation. But he is the head. He is the one to decide whether he needs the reconciliation or not. The party is there. We might be poor, but we are party. And we will survive. And we are surviving.
We saw him recently taking a photograph with the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And we are discussing on the fortunes of the Labour Party come the upcoming general elections in 2027. Is the Labour Party ready? The All Progressive Congress has a very huge war machinery for the upcoming elections. Even full states have decamped and defected over to the All Progressive Congress. Is the Labour Party true and true ready for the upcoming general elections in 2027, even as we see indications, although you might debunk or you might accept, that the governor is in bed politically with the president as of today?
Well, he is entitled to his opinion and also whom to associate with. Just like the issue I'm telling you concerning, you raised up concerning Nyeso Wike and Abure. So we are individuals, so we have freedom of association irrespective of our political parties and differences. So Dr. Elesote have the right to associate with anybody he wants, either for his political interest or not, whether secret or open. But you know, in politics, there's nothing that is secret that will not be made open. It's just a process of time. So we believe that he's entitled to associate with anybody he feels like associating. We also believe that it's also his opinion to stay in Labour Party or to leave Labour Party. But I believe that my governor have conscience that he would have nothing to do with Labour Party, with APC, based on the antecedents of APC in Nigeria today.
I mean, in Enugu State did a mighty swoop there.
Yes, you know, once
so we can't
Dixon, Senator Dixon, the former governor of Bayelsa State, said he said that he went and asked Diri, his governor that just defeated, say, what is pursuing you that you want to run to APC? So we don't know what is pursuing most of these governors that want to make Nigeria one party system, which is very, very wrong. But one thing I'm assuring you, if not in any other zone, in Southeast geopolitical zone, the governors decamping to APC does not represent the interests of the masses that will vote that day. Quote me, I'm saying it. For the fact that Mba, that we classify that is doing well in Enugu State, run to APC, I'm telling you that his entrance to APC does not represent the interests of the majority of the citizens in Enugu State, in the sense that he will go and vote for APC. Everybody will obey. It is not going to happen. It may be possible in other places, but not in the Southeast. So, Labour Party will do magic again 2027 not because of any individual, but because of the grace of God that is upon that party. Bible says, woe is that man that will have his confidence in a man. Our confidence in Labour Party is in the Almighty God. And he is the one that never sleep nor slumber. So he will rescue Labour Party from the hands of the oppressors. We will come better 2027. Quote me. Call me back here to celebrate our victories across.
We will do that, and we expect our invitation to be.
Yes, I will.
To be accepted, sir.
Yes, I will. So, fortune-wise, we are good to go. Labour Party is good to go. Every day, more litigation is coming, but still, God is giving us the victory.
That's the much we can take on Political Talks on Housing TV Africa. We've been discussing on the fortunes of the Labour Party towards the upcoming general elections in 2027 and the acting chairman of the Labour Party in Abia State of the Julius Abure faction, the person of Honorable Godswill O. Ndubueze, has said that God has the Labour Party under the shadow of his wings. We hope that at the coming of the 2027 elections, this will transmit into party election victory, even at the center. But is the All Progressive Congress going to sit and watch, even having an enormous war chest? Is the political antecedents of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu going to lay aside while the Labour Party runs amok? These questions will be answered come 2027 general elections. I want to thank you, sir, for gracing our studios. It's a pleasure, sir.
Thank you, Mbata, for having me.
It's a pleasure, sir.
I appreciate so much.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, too.
And that's where we call it a day. Make sure you follow us on all our social media handles. Like, share, and subscribe. And also download our app on Google Play Store and also on Apple Store. Until we come your way, same time next week, I am your host, Raymond Ken Mbata. Goodbye for now.